Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And if you guys are curious on how the carriers are performing in Tampa Bay for the Super Bowl, I will leave a video in the description down below. Terrell has been in Tampa. He's uploaded the T-Mobile performance. Next is AT&T. And then after, it's going to be Verizon. They're all using millimeter wave, including T-Mobile. So that's what you're going to see in the T-Mobile testing, how millimeter wave is performing at the stadium. And he's also tracking that N41 is being utilized as well, which was to be expected. That's not a great surprise. AT&T and Verizon, of course, have reached into their money bags because they really have nothing else to deploy other than millimeter wave. So you can anticipate a bunch of DAS systems being inside all the hotels, tons and tons of small cells, cows, and just additional all-around infrastructure to boost performance. So check out his video. It will be in the description down below. He's made some already. Might return for more testing before Super Bowl, and then hopefully he can get his hands on the S21 prior to the actual Super Bowl weekend to be there with the latest and greatest in terms of the modem and the X60 to test and see what the performance is like the day of the Super Bowl. So make sure to check him out. I will leave his video in the description down below. So on to today's video. Verizon's Ronan Dunn touts rock-solid LTE network. So we've known for a while now that the largest nationwide 4G LTE network came from Verizon. It's been that way for a decade. Has that gap closed? Sure, you could say yes. AT&T is starting to close that gap. And then T-Mobile, although still smaller, they have expanded their network as well to where even for some consumers that don't really travel too deeply into the rural United States may even be fine with using T-Mobile. I have, in the last 3 years, I have traveled from El Paso, Texas, all the way to Las Vegas and San Diego. T-Mobile did cut out. They were the worst performer in terms of coverage, but it was nothing too drastic. I've maybe had cutouts for about 5-10 miles at best, but other than that, they were LTE the whole way, performing great. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great, but it wasn't like it was unusable the whole trip. So for some consumers that are okay with the pricing value that T-Mobile presents, they may be okay with just using T-Mobile. I myself do prefer Verizon when I do go on those trips because there were never any cutouts. They never had cutouts. They worked fine. And performance on calling was also the best with Verizon. So that's what they're touting, that major footprint is going to help them build a rock-solid 5G network in the future. So we're still very early on. As a matter of fact, the 3GPP is still finalizing some of the 5G standards as we head into 2021, further into 2021, and then 2022. So again, 5G is still very, very, very early. Very early. So T-Mobile, again, short term, they're coming out the gates hot. They got N41, so they already have that next generation of wireless spectrum, you could say, in 5G. And that's what AT&T and Verizon are now waiting on to be cleared. They've already purchased it. C-band is over. So the next phase now is to buy the assigned frequencies. And then within a week or two, we should know where the licenses were bought and who won and how much they won. We should know that. But in terms of priority, so the first top 50 markets are going to clear within the A block, the end of 21. B, C, D, the markets that are outside of the top 50, all the way up to 100, depending on priority, those could likely be cleared sooner as well as what I'm hearing. T-Mobile kind of did the same thing with the 600 megahertz. Money talks. And if there's a good amount of it involved, they'll likely clear some of the markets too that may have a priority for Verizon or AT&T. So don't count that out. Again, money talks. and Verizon and AT&T have a good amount of it. So that's going to be very interesting because they want to get this out as soon as possible. You just spent between 20 for AT&T, 20 to 25 billion. Verizon is likely closer to a number of 40 billion to get this spectrum. So you don't want to sit on it. You want to spend to get it out in the market. You want to boost your performance immediately. And it's going to be scary because I know T-Mobile is short-term, mid-term, they're going to lead. I'm already seeing it now. I haven't been too vocal about it, but now 75 to 80% of the grid has consecutive sites with N41, and they're pushing 100 plus pretty much any time of the day now. And Verizon has its work cut out. They really do. But what T-Mobile does not have yet is, so they have a dense grid, but Verizon took that to another level. So if I had to give you guys a ratio of a 2-mile radius, T-Mobile covers that 2-mile radius with one site, which is fine with N41. And, you know, about 2 miles away, I could still pull 2 to 300 megabits per second in the area. And that same 2-mile radius, Verizon will have 4 cell sites to T-Mobile's 1. Now imagine if Verizon adds 100 megahertz to those 4 cell sites compared to T-Mobile's 1 cell site that has 100 megahertz. So that's going to be the difference. Verizon is going to perform insane with their own backhaul and the additional densification, and that doesn't even include the small cells that are going up in the neighborhoods. So don't count them out. I'm telling you guys, they are going to come in swinging. They have been the best. They pride themselves on that. The engineers pride themselves on that. They're going to come and they're going to be aggressive. They're going to be very, very aggressive competing against T-Mobile if they need to. And they're going to spend. They've already touted the strongest LTE network, which is going to help them move into the 5G era very smooth and have a strong competitive network. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Look forward to reading those comments. Make sure you check out Terrell's video. He's in Tampa. We're likely going to do a partnership with him as well in the future. We're going to have, over the next few years, some pretty good Super Bowl coverage. So make sure you definitely stay tuned to me, Tech Extremist, and then Terrell as well. There's going to be Super Bowl coverage and just some broader speed testing coverage as well with 5G, LTE, and whatever else is available in that area. So definitely stay tuned to the channel. If you have been on the channel or you are new to the channel and you have not yet liked, share, subscribe, make sure you do so. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload content. Also follow the social media outlets for more updates and interactions. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.